First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone for coming, and it is a great honor for me to perform on the stage in front of the open-minded people who came here to hear the ideas that change the world. Today I'm going to speak about the topic that is considered to be one of the most fundamental things for the functioning of an individual, how to sleep properly, and why proper sleeping is a key to feeling good. So, let's come to the little bit statistics. According to the WHO report, we can see that the amount of people who suffered from the pandemic 19 is really great, and the number of people who identified themselves as females is much more than males. Another statistic that we see is that the individuals between the age of the individuals that are aged between 20 and 24 are much more than the elder ones. Deborah Kestel, who is the WHO's director of the Department of Mental Health Issues, says that while the pandemic has generated interest in and concerns for mental health, it has also revealed historical underinvestment in mental health services. It means that many people don't know even the information about mental health, and today I'm going to give you some basics of that. So let's start from the definition what the mental health is. The mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual can do three things. The first one is realizes his or her abilities. The second one is can cope with the everyday stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and be a very positive and useful member of the society. So what we have in total is that in order to bring positive impact to the society, you need to sleep well to have energy for that, and only in this case you will be a good member of any community. So where to acquire this energy? Because many people of us have lots of stress and have lots of tasks to do, so sometimes we feel not energetic and inert. All of us have a friend who is hyperactive, over energetic, and is always in a good mood. And there are lots of memes like that and comic videos about them. And she gets up at 5:30, meditates, does gratitude journaling, goes to yoga classes, trains a lot, swims, goes to different types of online classes. We have no idea where she finds that, but she does. She goes to different events and is always in a good mood. And among my friends, the role of that person is given to me. Because all the time, even during the daily conversations, I start to talk about self-development. Some people want to talk about their problems, their stress at home, about their relationships problems. I don't care about that. I care only about how do people organize their life, how do they become efficient, what drives them. I'm really interested in that, and I usually ask my friends only about that. But for the majority of people, my lifestyle seems boring because I miss all the charm of the evening events. I'm the first person who leaves the parties at 10 p.m. I already go home and sleep. For many people, it doesn't fit, but I will try to give you the benefits of that, and I hope that even some of them will follow these rules. So by you I mean your brain, your body, your brain, and your mind. It is a huge arsenal for working with, and you have a power to influence your energy, your mind, and the way you behave. When I found this information, I understood that I sleep only 5 or 6 hours at night. That's why I tried to compensate these hours that I don't sleep at every place possible, but it didn't work as well. That's why I tried to read more information about that. One day I became really tired of getting up inert. I had a swollen face, or I tried to compensate my absence of cheerfulness with coffee, but I think that my organism has already adapted to the caffeine, and it no more perceives it as invigorating. That's why I switched to the cinnamons, because simple carbohydrates are easily turned out into energy in our organism, but it made me feel gain. It made me feel gain really fast, and it's also hadn't been a really good solution to the problem of absence of cheerfulness. If you feel the same, you're not alone, because the WHO has presented the statistics that 2/3 of the population of the developed countries do not get the recommended amount of sleep. So the 2/3 of the population do not sleep 8 hours a day, and so if you do so, that's totally fine. But you should work on that with that. The Matthew Walker, one of the most famous researchers of sleep, tells that lack of sleep increases the concentration of the hormone responsible for feeling hungry and suppresses the paired hormone that signals satiety. It turns out that when you consume your food, you are already full. You physically cannot consume more food, but your brain signals that you want more. It means that you eat more, and if you want to go on a diet and still have lack of sleep, you will most probably fail, because your organism will physically need that energy and it will compensate that from food. So if you are working with your body, or you have regular trainings and don't see the results, maybe you should try to work with your sleep. Now, when I have a choice between the all-nighter and a little bit better preparation for the exam and the sleep, I usually will choose sleep, because the failed exam will not have so much impact on my health or on my future than the negative consequences that I have from the absence of sleep. And to conclude with the feeling of inert, or eating more calories, or don't feeling cheerfulness is not the end of the list of the absences of sleep. There are much more severe consequences, as Alzheimer's syndrome or something like that. So please work hard, but sleep harder. Thank you.